had our lesson on summary and how to write a summary, and we talked about the importance of identifying the text structure of the text that we're reading in order to determine what the author feels is important, in order to pay attention to what the author is trying to tell us so that we can write a summary in our own words, including only the details that go with that main idea. That was the final lesson in our first bend of our reader's workshop, our reader's unit of study that we're doing on nonfiction reading. And today we're actually going to round the bend to the second part of this unit, and we are getting ready to do a research project. Now, if you remember last week, I told you to start thinking about a topic that you would like to learn more about. The unit itself is based on weather, and if you'd like to follow that, it's definitely a possibility. I do have a whole bucket of weather books, but I wanted to give you the opportunity to choose a different topic if you felt like you were very interested in learning about it. Now, the trick here, though, is that when you're choosing your topic, you're going to want to make sure that you're going to have a second topic to research that's related to it. So, for example, if you were interested in learning more about tornadoes, and you did your research about tornadoes, in the third bend, then you could go and you could do research on hurricanes. Tornadoes and hurricanes are somewhat similar. Okay, so you're going to want to have in mind when you choose your topic for this research, you're going to want to have in mind not just the topic you're going to research now, but the topic you're going to research when we turn the next bend. Our culminating product, when we get to the end of this unit, is a comparing and contrasting essay. Okay, so listen to that again. Our culminating product, the thing that we're going to produce at the end of this unit, is a compare and contrast essay in which we'll take two somewhat similar things and we'll write an essay that compares and contrasts them. But our first job as we begin is to choose a topic. Now, one of the things that researchers do before they even start researching their before they even start researching their topic, is they start to think about the types of things that they would want to know about the topic. So if I was going to do research on tornadoes, what are some of the things that I might want to find out about tornadoes? Amelia?
What the strongest category of the tornado is?
Okay, so maybe how they're broken down, right? How they're categorized. Okay, what else might I want to know about my topic of tornadoes? Okay, so maybe how about major tornadoes, or even major events of a tornado. Okay, what about another one, Dylan?
I forget what I was going to say.
Okay, well, if it comes back to you, raise your hand. Levi?
Where tornadoes usually form?
Oh, how do they form?
Oh, that is one.
Anything else you'd like to know? Ian, what would you like to know about tornadoes? Okay, I think that's probably under categories. I think that's probably going to fall into that situation. Do you have another one? No? Fiona? Okay, and I think that would fall under major events or how they are formed. I think that that detail would probably fall into that area. Isabella? Oh, I don't even know if that's possible. How about predicting them? Like, I'd like to know how it is that they know when to give you a tornado watch and a tornado warning. Like, how do they know that? Okay, so that whole thing about predicting. Okay, how are tornadoes formed? Predicting them, major events in history, categories. Anything else? Yes.
How to prepare for a tornado?
Oh, how to prepare. I'm gonna put that up here. Okay, so can you see how I'm kind of trying to brainstorm different parts of this topic that people want to know about, that I want to know about? So that when I go to read in my book, about tornadoes, I'm going to be paying special attention when I get to the section about how meteorologists predict a tornado. I'm going to pay special attention when I get to the part on how you prepare to stay safe during a tornado, right? Because I already know ahead of time the categories or the parts that I want to focus on. Does everybody see that? Now, I want you to see something else too, though, is I've written all of these things about tornadoes, but could I also have written this about hurricanes?
Yeah.
Could I have also written it about blizzards?
Yeah.
Could I have written it about severe thunderstorms?
Yeah.
Okay, so these categories are not just about tornadoes. Okay, we could call this extreme weather. We could call it extreme weather, and we can see that we would still want to know the same things, even though it's maybe a hurricane instead. Okay, this is going to be helpful to us when we write that compare and contrast essay. Because if you have to prepare for both a hurricane and a tornado, that's a way that those two events are alike. But the way you prepare for each of those is different. All right? So that is where you would contrast them. Okay? I know it seems a little bit hard to wrap your brain around it right now, but as we move through this bend and we do our first piece of research, it will become clearer to you, especially also when we do the second round of research on another topic. So your job today during our work time is going to be to create in your notebook a list like mine. Some of the things on your list may also be similar, okay? But if you're going off the weather topic, if you're moving on to another topic, like say you're going to talk about 2 different types of whales, okay, or 2 different types of marsupials, okay, then your list is going to look different than my list, because you certainly are not going to talk about how you prepare for a koala bear, okay? So your job is going to be to generate, number 1, your topic. What are you going to be researching? And try to choose something that you're not really an expert on just now. Maybe you have some background knowledge of it, but you don't know everything about it because you want to give the opportunity to learn something new. All right? So, and then you're going to generate your list. What are the things that you're going to focus on when you're doing your research. What are the things that you want to know, that you want to learn? And then you're going to just put it in the back of your mind what your second topic is going to be, and you're going to run it through the test. Can I find this information about this second topic as well? Does everybody understand? Does anybody have any questions? Okay, so during work time today, you're going to work by yourself. You're going to choose your topic for the first round of research, generate the ideas that you want or the things that you want to investigate, the categories of things that you want to investigate, and then you're going to test it out to have your second topic. Will it work with this topic? All right, so go ahead and start writing. And we'll come back for a closing meeting in about 30 minutes so that we can share some of the ideas that you have for your research topic.